Hey everyone, we just finished Wednesday basketball practice here at Hendricks Training Complex. Grace Harmon with Robin Washut. Robin, Nebraska has a rematch with Ohio State now. The Huskers lost by 12 points in Columbus several weeks ago. What are they going to have to do to, kind of avenge that loss?
Sure. Obviously the formula remains the same. They're going to pack the paint and hope for a cold shooting night. But you look back at that first meeting in Columbus, yes, it was a 12-point loss, but the second half of that game was significantly different than the first. Nebraska couldn't have played much worse offensively. I think they shot barely 30% from the field overall. They were like 1 of 10 from three-point range in those first 20 minutes. And then whatever happened, they found something in the second half to where they shot about 58% from the field, hit like 9 of 13 three-pointers in that second half, and actually outscored Ohio State 43-42. So they found something there. And we asked Steve Cheatham after practice today, if that kind of gave him some confidence that the Ohio State's one of the best defensive teams all around in terms of scoring defense, field goal percentage, all that stuff, as there is in the Big Ten. But Nebraska may have found a formula a little bit that could work, and if they're able to translate that for a full game, who knows what could happen, especially with the home court advantage on one of their 2 remaining home games of the season. If they can play like they've shown that they can play against Ohio State, they can be right there in it. But kind of same story every game. Can Nebraska find a way to play a complete 40 minutes of quality basketball? I think we've said that in about every one of these breakdowns. But that's the case. Nebraska controls a lot of its own destiny in the sense that they've shown that for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, they can compete with anybody. But when that adversity hits and times get tough in the second half, do they have enough fight and resiliency left in them to battle through it? And so far, they have not during this 12-game losing streak.
And not only playing a complete game will be important, but big man Ivan Adrago is also a very important component to this Husker team, especially of late, playing some of his best basketball. What did you see from him in recent games, and what do you hope to see from him continuing on?
Right. He's been one of the few bright spots of this season when you try to pick your silver linings about the positives of what this season has been. The development of Ivan Waderogo has certainly been right up there towards the top, especially over the past 4 games. He's averaging around 10 points and almost 8 rebounds per game during that stretch, shooting almost 65% from the field. That is significant progress for a guy that was really fighting it for a while. There was a stretch, he lost his starting job when they put in Kevin Cross in the starting lineup, and for him to kind of respond that way is really encouraging because I always have to remind myself he is still 17 years old and won't turn 18 until after the Big Ten tournament. So he is just getting started in his development as a player. And to see that kind of tangible progress from where he was at the beginning of the year to now, especially going against Big Ten competition, when you're going up against Kofi Coburn and Caleb Wesson against Ohio State and Luka Garza and just some of the best big men, not only in the league but in college basketball, that says a lot about where his ceiling potentially could be down the road as long as he's able to continue this upward trajectory. So, like I said, this season is just all about kind of picking your positives. And definitely Ivan Waderogo and the development he's made from start to finish this season is right up there at the top.
Can you say his name 3 times fast?
Ivan Waderogo, Ivan Waderogo, Ivan Waderogo.
Perfect. Better than I can do, obviously. Well,
I get paid the big bucks.
Well, Nebraska rematches with Ohio State tomorrow night at Pinnacle Bank Arena at 8 p.m. For now, that's all we have for you today. For Robin Washut and HuskerOnline.com, I'm Grace Harmon.